Are you tired of just surviving your first Minecraft night and want to thrive instead? Whether you're brand new or looking to sharpen your skills, this ultimate Minecraft survival guide has everything you need. From day one basics to mastering the Nether, defeating the Ender Dragon and beyond. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll be a pro who can survive and thrive in any Minecraft world. I remember my first night in Minecraft, stuck in a dirt hole with no clue what I was doing, but now, I'm here to share all the secrets I wish I'd known to make your Minecraft journey unforgettable. First, we need to create a survival world. Go to Create New World, choose a fun name, set the game mode to survival, and for difficulty, start with normal. Hard mode is also an option if you're looking for an extra challenge, but it will make the game a bit more difficult. Alright, here we are. When you spawn in, take a moment to look around. Spot trees, animals, and any unique landmarks. If you're lucky, you might even find a village, your golden ticket to survival. The first thing you need to do is gather materials. Start by punching trees. Yes, literally punching them. Gather at least 5 or 6 logs, then turn them into planks, craft a crafting table and make some essential tools. Hit E to open up your inventory. Place all your logs into the small crafting menu at the top and turn them into wooden planks. Next, create a crafting table. To do this, arrange the wooden planks into a square in the crafting grid. Once that's done, also create some sticks, as you'll need them to craft your tools. Place your crafting table down and right-click it. Now your crafting menu will expand, allowing you to craft more items. The first thing we need to make is a wooden pickaxe. Place 2 sticks vertically underneath each other and 3 planks horizontally on top to create the pickaxe. We don't need to craft any other wooden tools right now, as we'll want to upgrade to stone tools right away. If there's no exposed stone nearby, just dig down a couple of blocks to expose some. Gather about 20 to 30 stone to craft your stone tools and a furnace. Once you have the stone, make a stone pickaxe, stone axe, stone shovel, and possibly a stone sword. A furnace is essential because the next step is collecting food, and the furnace will allow us to cook that food. If you're lucky enough to find coal, grab it right away, as it's a great fuel source for your furnace. After gathering some coal, continue collecting basic materials like more stone and wood. Next up is food. Look for animals like chickens, pigs, cows, and especially sheep. Sheep are particularly important early on, as they will provide wool, which lets you sleep through the night. This is crucial since mobs and monsters spawn during nighttime. While exploring and hunting for animals, don't forget to gather other resources like coal. Once you've gathered at least 3 wool of the same color, head to your crafting table. Place the wool in a row across the top with 3 wooden planks beneath it to craft a bed. Now you're all set for your first night. If you're unlucky and can't find any wool or sheep right away, don't panic when the sun starts to set. Simply dig into the side of a hill or build a basic dirt hut. Block the entrance and wait for the night to pass. Now that you've survived your first Minecraft night and done some exploring, it's probably time to cook some food, as your hunger bar is likely low by now. The hunger bar, located on the left side of your screen, is important. It needs to be full so you can heal and sprint. Place the furnace you crafted earlier, use some of the coal you've gathered, and put any raw meat in the top slot. After waiting a little while, your food will be cooked and ready to eat. If you didn't find any coal, don't worry, wood can also be used as a furnace fuel, but it's not as efficient. Another early craftable item you'll want is a boat. It's especially useful for traveling across large oceans early on. Now it's time to continue exploring and find a spot that feels right for your first starter base. If you happen to come across a village, like in this case, make sure to check all the houses for useful resources. Villagers usually have a lot of food, which is incredibly helpful in the beginning. If you find any bookshelves, break them down and take the books with you. They'll come in handy later. If you come across hay bales, collect them and convert them into wheat. With wheat, you can craft bread, which is another great food source. Once you've found a spot that you like, it's time to set up camp. Place down your crafting table, set down your furnaces, and place your bed. Very importantly, right-click your bed to set your spawn point. Don't forget to create some chests or storage as well, so you can safely store your items. Now I want to talk about the recipe book. Early on, Minecraft offers so many different crafting recipes, it can feel overwhelming. Thankfully, the recipe book, which is the little book icon in the left corner of your crafting menu, will make this much easier. This book collects all available recipes and shows you exactly how to craft items. As you gather new resources, the book will unlock new recipes. For example, the recipe for bed, which requires wool, will only appear in your recipe book once you've gathered wool. Next, you'll want to set up a basic farm, since food is essential for survival and farming provides a steady supply. Use a hoe to till the soil near water and plant any crops you've found, like wheat seeds, potatoes or carrots. In no time you'll have bread for days. Once your farm is set up, it's time to head into the caves to upgrade your tools from stone to iron. But before you go, make sure that you're properly prepared. Always bring a pickaxe and some form of defense, like an axe or sword. You should also carry some wood, just in case you need to craft anything in the caves. A furnace is also a great idea, as you'll want to smelt any iron you'll find along the way. Next, bring some sticks and coal to craft torches. Torches are essential for lighting up dark caves, as they can get pretty pitch black. And of course, don't forget to bring enough food so you can stay underground as long as possible without having to return to the surface. Once you find a cave that looks promising, head down and start searching for iron. Smelt the iron in your furnace to create iron ingots. You'll need a total of 42 iron to craft all the tools and armor you'll need. Prioritize making an iron pickaxe first, as it will allow you to mine blocks that you can't with a stone pickaxe. On screen you will find a graph where you can see where the particular ores have the highest spawn rate. As you can see, iron can appear on top of mountains but also in caves. If you're looking for diamonds, for example, you'll need to head very deep down. Another crucial item to craft is a shield. A shield can be a lifesaver, especially in caves where you'll encounter skeletons and shoot arrows at you. They deal significant damage early on, so having a shield will make them much easier to handle. If you have any remaining iron, use it to craft some iron armor for extra protection. Now it's time to venture deeper into the caves. The first thing you'll want to look for is more coal, which will fuel your furnaces and allow you to craft more torches, so grab plenty of it. After that, search for iron, followed by copper, which is great for building but not essential right away. Next, keep an eye out for gold, which is needed for certain crafting recipes, and lapis lazuli, which will be important for enchanting later. And of course, there are diamonds, the real treasure. Diamonds can usually be found deep in the caves between Y levels -59 and Y levels -53. In this world, I came across a mineshaft. Mineshafts are these wooden structures that often contain a lot of loot. But be careful, as they also spawn various mobs, including cave spiders, which can poison you. If you find a cave spider spawner, like in this case, or any spawner, make sure to either destroy it with your pickaxe or place a torch nearby to prevent mobs from spawning, since mobs spawn in low light levels. Lighting up the area will keep them from appearing. If you encounter any cobblestone walls deep in the caves, these indicate spawners. As with other spawners, be sure to light up the area quickly and check the chests for any valuable resources. Once you've ventured deep enough into the caves, you'll start finding diamonds. Once you've collected a few, the first thing you'll want to craft is a diamond pickaxe. This will allow you to mine obsidian, which is essential for creating a nether portal, but we'll get to that later. Another useful item to craft is a bucket. A bucket will allow you to collect water, which can be incredibly helpful for a variety of tasks later on. Deep down in the caves, you'll eventually come across lava lakes. To deal with them, use your bucket filled with water and pour it over the lava to turn it into obsidian. Once that's done, mine the obsidian with your diamond pickaxe. Obsidian is an essential block needed to progress in the game. To reach the nether, you'll need to create a nether portal, and this requires obsidian. You'll also use obsidian to craft an enchanting table later.
A few moments later.
Make sure to collect at least 10 blocks of obsidian for the portal, but since obsidian is such a useful block, it's a good idea to gather around 20. Now let's talk about another reliable method of gathering resources: strip mining. While it's a bit slower than traditional caving, strip mining can be very effective and is also a lot safer. To begin, you need to dig down to your desired Y level. Since we're looking for diamonds, aim for around Y level -54. However, don't just dig straight down. This can be dangerous. You might fall into a large cave or even land in a lava lake, which could lead to death by fall damage or fire. So instead, dig down in columns of 2. Once you reach the desired Y level, start digging in a straight line with a height of 2 blocks. To maximize your efficiency, dig branches to your left and right after every third block. There are various strategies for strip mining, and some players prefer digging after every second block, but the idea is always the same. Personally, I like to branch out after every third block for better coverage. Another important tip is to always place torches on the walls while mining. This will prevent mobs from spawning behind you and catching you off guard. Once you've collected enough diamonds, head back to your base. Now it's time to craft some essential diamond tools and armor. Afterward, you can begin working on your starter base. When designing your base, make sure to leave enough space for storage. Place your crafting table, furnaces, and chests. Don't forget to place your bed and right-click it to set your spawn point. With that done, we're ready to move on to the next step, venturing into the Nether. Before heading to the Nether, ensure you've packed all the essentials. A set of tools, building blocks, food, torches, and some wood for crafting if needed. The Nether of course also has different biomes and different mobs that spawn within those biomes. One mob is the piglin mob. Piglins like gold, so another useful tip is to wear at least one piece of golden armor, like your helmet or shoes, whatever. In that case, these piglins will actually turn from hostile to peaceful. Just be sure to not mine any gold around them, as that will piss them off. To create your nether portal, place obsidian blocks in a rectangle shape, 4 blocks tall and 5 blocks wide, including the corners. Light it with flint and steel. To make flint and steel, combine 1 iron ingot and 1 piece of flint in a crafting table. Once in the nether, the first thing you need to do is press F3 to pull up your coordinates and write them down. This will help you avoid getting lost and ensure you can find your way back to your portal. The Nether contains 5 biomes: Nether Wastes, Soul Sand Valley, Warped Forest, Crimson Forest, and Basalt Deltas. In this world, we spawn in a Warped Forest, which is ideal because the main goal of traveling to the Nether is to gather Blaze Rods and Ender Pearls. These 2 items are essential for crafting Eyes of Ender, which will help you locate the stronghold and activate the end portal to fight the Ender Dragon. When exploring the Nether, you want to find a warped forest as it spawns Endermen. Fortunately, we got lucky and spawned right in one. Now it's time to hunt for Endermen. The easiest way to fight an Enderman is to build a platform 3 blocks above the ground, kind of like a mushroom. This ensures the Enderman can't reach you. Once the platform is built, look at the Enderman to aggro it and then fight it safely. We need a total of 12 Eyes of Ender to activate the end portal, but just to be safe, it's a good idea to collect at least a stack of Ender Pearls. Once we've gathered enough Ender Pearls, the next task is to locate a Nether Fortress. Nether Fortresses typically spawn around Y level 60 to 70, and they often extend above lava lakes. So finding a large lava lake is one of the easiest ways to spot a fortress. Once you find a Nether Fortress, your goal is to locate a blaze spawner. Nether fortresses are home to a variety of mobs and contain valuable loot. Once you locate the blaze spawner, be very cautious as blazes can deal heavy damage. Eliminate as many blazes as you can and collect their blaze rods. You'll need at least 8 blaze rods to activate the end portal, as these will be converted into blaze powder. Each blaze rod gives you 2 blaze powder. Blaze powder is also used for brewing potions, so it's worth gathering extra. After securing enough blaze rods, continue exploring the fortress to look for chests, which may contain useful items. Another crucial item to collect is nether wart, which only grows in nether fortresses. When you find a room with nether wart, gather some along with some soul sand, as soul sand is the only block on which nether wart can grow. Once you've gathered everything, it's time to return to your nether portal. But before leaving, consider collecting some experience. You'll need at least 30 experience levels to unlock powerful enchantments, which are crucial for upgrading your tools and armor. A great source of experience is quartz, so make sure to mine any quartz veins you come across to reach at least level 30 or higher. After you've finished gathering resources and leveling up, it's time to return to the overworld. Once back in the overworld, use the blaze rods to craft a brewing stand. Also place some soul sand and nether wart to start your own nether wart farm. Brewing potions is an incredibly useful skill in Minecraft, and I'll be uploading a detailed brewing guide on my channel very soon. To set up your brewing stand, you'll need blaze powder as fuel and some water bottles. To make water bottles, simply craft glass into bottles, then fill them with water by right-clicking on a water source block, place the water bottles into the brewing stand, and there you go. We'll go over some useful potions later in the video. Next up is creating an enchanting station. To craft the enchanting table, you'll need books, and to make books, you need leather and paper. Paper is crafted from sugarcane, so setting up a small sugarcane farm near your base is a great idea. Wait for your sugarcane to grow and then harvest it for paper. And now, let's craft our enchanting table. You'll need 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and 1 book for the recipe. But just placing down the table won't be enough to unlock the highest level enchantments. To do that, you need to surround the table with bookshelves. For maximum enchantment levels, you'll need 15 bookshelves, each with a 1 block gap between them and the table. Once that's set up, you'll need lapis lazuli, the blue ore that we've collected in our caving session. Lapis acts as the currency for enchanting, so you'll need to have some on hand. Now we're ready to enchant our gear. To do so, place lapis into the enchanting table along with the item you want to enchant. A list of possible enchantments will appear, ranging from weakest to strongest. As I mentioned earlier, level 30 is required for the highest enchantments, and enchanting at the max level will always cost you 3 levels. To enchant several items with top tier enchantments, aim to be a few levels above level 30. A complete enchanting guide will also be uploaded to the channel very soon, so look out for that. Once you've enchanted your gear, it's time to prepare for the next step, dealing with the phantom mob. The phantom will spawn after you've stayed awake through 3 Minecraft nights, so you may need to spend a few nights in-game to summon it. Phantoms drop phantom membranes, which are essential for crafting slow-falling potions. These potions will be incredibly useful during the fight with the Ender Dragon. Once you've collected at least 1 phantom membrane, it's time to brew your potion. Start by filling your brewing stand with the water bottles, which we've already done. Then place a nether wart on top. This will turn the water bottles into awkward potions. Next, add the phantom membrane, which will transform the awkward potion into a slow-falling potion. Drinking one of these potions will grant you the ability to float for 1 minute and 30 seconds, allowing you to fall from any height without taking damage. If you add redstone to the brewing stand, you can extend the duration of the slow-falling potion to 4 minutes. Once the potions are brewed, take them out of the stand and you're ready to find the stronghold. Before heading out, make sure to pack the following: your armor and tools, a water bucket, building blocks, a furnace, crafting table, chest, and a bed to set your spawn in case you die. Strongholds are usually far away, so you don't want to have to travel there again. Of course, obviously, you'll also need your 16 Eyes of Ender. and enough food for the journey. A bow and some arrows are also very useful. You can get arrows either from killing skeletons or crafting them with flint, stick and a feather. If you've killed any creepers so far during your journey, you should also have some gunpowder. Bring that along with some paper for the next steps after defeating the Ender Dragon, but we'll get to that later in the video, so stick around. To find the stronghold, use your Eyes of Ender. Select one in your hotbar and right-click to throw it. The eye will fly into the direction of the nearest stronghold. Always remember to pick up your Eyes of Ender after they've pointed you in the right direction. Be cautious though if you're playing on hard mode. Eyes of Ender can break, which is why we gathered more than the 12 required to activate the end portal. After throwing an Eye of Ender, you can travel for at least a few hundred blocks before using another Eye of Ender, as strongholds are usually quite far away. Repeat this process as long as your Eye of Ender doesn't change direction. When the Eye of Ender starts flying backwards, it means you've passed the stronghold. In that case, simply retrace your steps and throw another eye until you're sure you're at the correct spot. Once you've found the right location, dig straight down. But remember, make sure to dig in columns of 2 to avoid falling into lava or a deep hole. Eventually, you'll reach the stronghold, marked by mossy cobblestone brick blocks. Strongholds are large, so finding the portal room can sometimes be tricky. In this instance, we were fortunate enough to find it easily. A good strategy is to mark the coordinates by pressing F3 so you can remember the portal room while exploring the stronghold for useful loot. Strongholds also contain large libraries, which often have enchanted books that can be very helpful for your journey. If you haven't been able to enchant anything yet because you didn't have any books, well, this is another great opportunity to collect some books. Now, let's head back to the portal room. Once inside, create a safe area by blocking off the entrance. Place down a furnace or crafting bench, a chest to store any items you don't need, and a bed to set your spawn, in case you die during the Ender Dragon fight. With everything in place, you're ready to activate the end portal. Place your Eyes of Ender into the empty portal stones and jump inside. Now you've finally arrived in the end dimension. Now dig up to the surface of the main platform, where you will find numerous Endermen and, of course, the Ender Dragon. Be careful not to look directly at the Endermen, as this will provoke them into attacking. A handy tip here is to shear a pumpkin to create a carved pumpkin. If you wear the carved pumpkin on your head, you can even look at Endermen without angering them. When you reach the surface, you'll notice that the Ender Dragon is connected to beams coming from these obsidian pillars. As long as these beams are active, the Ender Dragon will constantly heal. Before you can damage the Ender Dragon, you need to destroy the end crystals on top of the obsidian pillars. You can either use a bow to shoot them, or you can build your way up to the top of the pillars and right-click to destroy the crystals. This is a good time to use your slow falling potions, as it will make sure that if you're knocked off the obsidian pillars, you won't take any damage. Once you've destroyed all the end crystals, it's time to finally take on the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon will fly around the end island and shoot little balls of dragon's breath. Be sure to dodge those and wait until the dragon starts to perch. If you have a bow, you can shoot the dragon during its flight phase to damage it. Once the Ender Dragon has perched, try to get underneath it, and now you'll be able to hit it with your sword. You'll do most damage to the head. Now rinse and repeat this process until you defeat the Ender Dragon. Congratulations, you've done it. You've basically completed Minecraft. But don't leave just yet, as there are another very cool things that we'll cover. Now it's time to collect the dragon egg. Afterward, you can jump into the central ring of bedrock to access the credits. Once the credits are done, you will respawn inside the end portal room as you set your spawn there. But wait, there's more. You've probably seen videos and pictures of people flying around in Minecraft. To do that, we need to loot the end cities. But how do we get there? Well, first head back to the main end island. Once there, you'll spot these little end gateways, or in this case, a single end gateway. Build your way up to the gateway and use an ender pearl to throw it inside, which will teleport you to another part of the end dimension. Now it's very important that you've brought building blocks, as the end dimension consists of many small islands above the void. You'll need to bridge from island to island to eventually find an end city. End cities come in various sizes, some smaller, some larger, and some even include the end ship. These are the ones you want to find, as they contain the Elytra, which is essentially a pair of wings. The easiest strategy is to locate the end ship. Build your way up, dig inside from the bottom and deal with the little purple box mobs known as shulkers. In the end ship, you'll find the Elytra in an item frame. Pick them up and you'll make the advancement sky's the limit. These little box-looking mobs are called shulkers, and they are very useful because they drop shulker shells. Shulker shells can be used to craft shulker boxes, which are essentially portable chests that expand your inventory. And now, to the reason why we brought paper and gunpowder all the way with us to the end. With paper and gunpowder, you can create firework rockets. So if you've brought some paper and gunpowder, place them in your crafting grid and craft firework rockets. Now, using these firework rockets, you're finally able to fly. But before leaving the end ship, make sure to grab the dragon head, which is located on top of the ship right at the front. Once that's done, you can fly around in the end, explore more end cities, grab awesome loot and collect shulker shells.
I believe I can.
When you're done, it's time to head home. You can find the exit by looking for large beams. To get back to the main island, you'll need to find another portal gateway. You can either mark down the coordinates of the first one you used to get here, or simply locate another one, as there are several scattered across the end dimension. Once you've found it, use an ender pearl to get back inside and you'll return to the main end island. Hop back into the bedrock circle and you'll be back in the overworld. Now it's time to gather up all your things, dig straight up to get back to the surface and fly home. And with that, we finally arrived home, back at our base. If you've enjoyed this video and you learned something, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that said, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye!